All right, so today's topic, I'm talking about bringing friends on first dates. So let's get into the video right here. So this topic right here is pretty near and dear to me because it actually happened to me. So this is why I wanted to talk about the topic of bringing friends on your first dates. If you haven't already, please follow me on all streaming platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. What's the other one? TikTok, and this podcast. So I'm starting the podcast, Purple Pill Content, Felix Black, the Felix Black Show. So today, bringing friends on first dates. I have a problem with bringing friends on first dates because of a myriad of reasons, right? The first thing is you want to bring a friend on a first date. Why is that? Because you feel unsafe. You don't feel comfortable with me as the guy that you're meeting. I'm gonna put myself in there, right? So we met on a dating app and we set up to meet. Lunch. We're gonna have lunch together. Let's go to Applebee's, my favorite restaurant. So now we're gonna go to Applebee's. We're gonna meet up. We're doing all of this, planning of what we're going to do, where we're going to meet, at what time we're going to meet. So it's cool. We're going to meet on Tuesday. We're going to meet at 1:00. Applebee's, we meet there together. We meet there, right? I don't have to come pick you up. You don't have to come pick me up. And cool, let's just have lunch. So at the last minute, she comes and she tells me, well, she's going to bring a friend. I'm like, whoa, hold on. Why are you bringing a friend along with you? Oh, for my safety, just to be sure. First of all, that is offensive on so many levels to me, right? One, because you never said anything prior to this. You never said that you were bringing a friend that you might have felt unsafe in going to meet. You agreed to meet. You agreed to meet at Applebee's. I'm not bringing a friend, so why are you bringing one, right? So now, I'm a little annoyed. No, I don't agree with that. Oh, she's asking, what's the problem with bringing a friend? The problem is if you are not feeling safe and secure with meeting me, then we shouldn't meet. I'm under your impression that's how bad things happen. That's how people start reporting false things. Things can get out of hand because when people are nervous, when people bring strangers along, because that's what it is. We're already strangers, but I've been talking to you for a week. So you and I know each other a little bit. We aren't 100% comfortable with each other, but we're comfortable enough to meet in person. Okay. So if you aren't comfortable enough to meet me, why are we meeting? We shouldn't do this, Two, when I go out on a date with a woman, I like to pay for the meal. That's just it. Not with it. I don't expect anything in return, but I like to pay. I'm not paying for your friend because if she's coming, she's going to eat. She's going to sit with us, I assume. Because if she's going to come in and sit over in the corner, that's weird. That's strange. So why even waste our time doing that? Okay, so that's another thing. So I have to pay for her. I'm not trying to get to know her. So now your attention is going to be split between me and her because that's your friend. And you're going to have to keep her entertained into the conversation because she's going to be sitting right there. So now you have to talk to her. You have to talk to me. Y'all are going to be, giggling because y'all are friends. Y'all have inside jokes. So that's taking attention away from me. Safety. We're meeting in a public place. I didn't ask you to come to my house. I'm not going to your house. This isn't, 8:00, 9:00 at night in the dark at some restaurant off in the corner. It's Applebee's. We agreed upon that. Right? You want a man to take the lead. So I took the lead and said Applebee's. If you wanted another restaurant, we could have talked about it and agreed on that, but you wanted me to take the lead, and I did. So one, you don't feel safe, we shouldn't meet. Two, I now, as the man, I feel obligated to pay for her since she's coming. Three, now your attention is going to be spread between me and her. And four, she's there. So now I feel compelled to talk to her. And this has happened before. Someone brings a friend and, that person is extra nervous, right? Obviously, they're nervous. They brought a friend. The friend doesn't give a shit because the friend came as support. So the friend doesn't care one way or another. So the friend is, happy go lucky, conversating, conversing. I mean, is that the word, conversing? Because they're not invested. And meanwhile, the person that I came to actually see isn't saying anything. They're just off to the side. So now, the woman that I came to see is feeling some type of way because her friend is getting more attention than she is because her friend is actually talking. Her friend is actually being interesting and giving me something to go off of. That's 4 reasons not to bring a friend on the first date. If I, as the guy, brought a friend with me on the first date, you would have a problem with that. That wouldn't be cool. You wouldn't be into that because now it's 2 guys versus, 1 chick. And obviously for safety reasons, you don't want to do that. Even as a guy, for confidence reasons, I don't need my friend there to, boost my confidence. There's just so many issues that come along with that. So no, I canceled the date. Like, I don't care if it's last minute. You telling me your friend is coming is last minute. And so now she tries to make it look like, well, I was up to something because now I'm canceling and I don't want her friend there. I don't want her friend present. I just wanted her. How is that a bad thing that I wanted to give you 100% of my attention? How do you spin that into being a bad thing? That leads you to believe that she didn't want to go in the first place. She just came up with an excuse as to why she couldn't go, even though she was saying she wanted to go. It's just something to create conflict before a date. That's a huge red flag for me. If we've been talking for an entire week, everything has been peachy king, everything has been great, right? We've been vibing, we had a good time. So now it's the day of meeting. And now we have an issue. We have a conflict. We have a disagreement. I don't believe in coincidences. To me, that is a sign of things to come. When it's time to actually do something, when it's time to take action, now you have an issue. Now you have a problem with what's happening. So I'm against bringing friends on first dates. It's happened to me before. Yes, I've had a chick bring her friend for a first date or a first meetup. And those are the things that happened, right? Like of course she's going to be safe. I'm not attacking any female. If anybody agrees to come with me on a date, trust me, the safest place in the city, in the restaurant is here with me. You're good to go. You're straight, right? But I've had before where the friend takes over the meet and me and the friend are talking more than me and her. And so I'm a facilitator with conversation. So I always try to bring people in to the conversation. But if you don't have any personality, if you don't have a good vibe like that, then you just don't have a good vibe like that. That's not my fault, right? So I would warn women to think about that. If you don't feel safe with meeting a guy, with going out with somebody, then just don't go. Don't go until you feel safe. Obviously, meeting in a public setting goes without saying, right? You're going to meet in a public setting. I'm always for that. If I'm inviting you over to my house, obviously we've known each other for a little while. And sometimes people are comfortable doing that, right? Because they have that level of comfort with you. It's all about how you feel. But if you don't feel safe with meeting me in Applebee's, in a public restaurant, then we need to shelf this for a little while longer. And I'm not going to ask what I need to do in order for you to feel safe. because that's up to you. I can't say yay or nay either way. That rhymes. But yeah, like ladies, don't do that. And men, I would advise not to let women do that. Like, have her come by herself. That way she gets your full attention. You get her full attention. I think anybody walking this planet is worth that attention. Now, I hate to say, oh, but, because I'm paying, you owe me, but I am paying. You owe me at least your attention at the restaurant. I'm not saying you owe me anything after that, but damn, like, I'm paying for the meal and everything. I'm making sure you're good to go. I'm making sure you're straight. I can't have your one-on-one. I feel that there was an underlying theme there. I feel like maybe she didn't have the confidence she exuded. There's people online. We like to say that it's the guys online that are the most dangerous and don't have, the best social skills and stuff like that. While I agree, for women, dating men on an app may pose a higher level of danger. I think the confidence problem lies more with the women on these apps. I think that just because of the conversations that I've had and how they tend to go a certain way really quickly. Meaning you can go from having a really good conversation and then someone just says something or, makes an insinuation to where I'm not okay with that. Like, I'm not. Some of these conversations that are one-word answers after 2 or 3 hours, that shows you have no conversation skills. And as long as you can blame the other person, as long as she can blame me, as far as, oh, well, he said something, he started talking about sex too quick, or I didn't feel safe, it's okay. But when the ball is in your court to be interesting, when the ball is in your court to, be the woman and to show interest, there's a lot of people that can't step up to the plate. There's a lot of people that fall short there. Okay. But yeah, bringing friends on a first date doesn't work. I would not advise it either way. Dudes, you should not be bringing your guys on a first date with a chick, right? Unless we're doing some sort of double date thing. That's the only way that works. And females, I would say stay away from that. Just wait until you feel a little bit more comfortable, or just go out as a group, right? Have him bring a friend too. That way it may be more of a group dynamic. In this situation, I'm talking about, I'm coming solo dolo. I'm not bringing any friends. And I had no plans of any group activity. So I would hope that she had the same plans too, and she didn't. And so I canceled that. And we never met up. And so goes that. Okay. So don't bring friends on first dates, right? The Felix Black Show, the Purple Pill Podcast here. Thank y'all for watching. Tell me what y'all think down in the comment section. Have you ever brought friends on a first date? We're talking first dates here. People, stay focused. Have you ever brought a friend on a first date? And if so, how'd that go? What happened? What were some good things? What were some bad things that happened? Let me know. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like. And I will see y'all in the next video.